Hola, welcome to the podcast. This is episode 31, and I'm still struggling to find out how to talk by myself. I weighed in this morning. I've lost weight, as evident of my immaculate jawline that I have, and I've lost a few pounds in the last couple weeks, so that's really fun. I haven't actually made progress like this in a long time. This is the first time in 3 years that I've gone down in weight. So like, let's say the graph, right? It starts here, and like here's let me draw it. I'd probably be better at drawing it, honestly. So let's say the graph. Um, Here are the lines. This is a year. Weight. Yeah, good enough. And like here's 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. Right? And like let's put 140. I splashed a pink leaf. So let's say this is then 180. 220. Here was my weight, right? Starts off here, starts going up, and by the time we get to 2021, I'm here. Then by the end of 2022, I'm like right at 220. 2023, here's what it looks like. So we get to 2023, right? Still going, and boom. Here's where we're at now. We are here. Me right now. This is me right now. So, I'm making good progress on my weight loss. I've been eating better. I've been cutting calories. I've been eating fruit. I've been avoiding eating extra food. The feeding window is very short. I eat lunch, dinner, sometimes breakfast. And when I do eat, it's not a shitload of stuff. I try to keep it to like an entree and no sides. If I do get a side, it's small. So for lunch today, I had 2 turkey burgers. For dinner, I had a fruit bowl. My only exception for snacking are like yogurts. So I have new yogurts in my fridge. I have also been drinking like probiotic soda, and I've been drinking a lot of water and some vitamin C filled juice. Then I've also been taking B12 vitamins because I probably have a B12 deficiency, as I have recently discovered that they are, through running a trial on myself, I have discovered that B12 has been making me happier. It's been making me happier, and I've read where B12 actually increases your metabolism, so there we go. That might be why I'm losing weight. I've lost about 8 or 9 pounds in the last couple weeks, so that's pretty good. My weight used to fluctuate between 218 and 220, and now I'm down to 211 to 213. So that's my weight loss. That's my methods so far. I think I talked about weight loss a few months ago, and when I talked about it, we were like right here in the year. You know, this is how much progress we've made, people. we've We've dropped a few pounds. Finally found a method that works. So that's my progress. In another update, my copyright claim has 20 days left on it, on the dispute. If they don't answer me, I'm pretty sure it goes away. Still have not found a copy of this song, by the way. So the fact that they're claiming I've used it is really funny to me because I still have no clue where to even find this song. I've never heard it. I don't have a copy of it. I'd have to pay a shitload of money, and it seems to me that if you pay for it, then you get to use it because then you've licensed it. Well, I can't use it if I haven't paid for it. See, they've caught themselves in a bind because I can't find a copy of the song, thus meaning I couldn't have used it. But if I had used it, that means I had to have bought the license to use it. See what I'm getting at? The only way it could possibly be in this video is if I had a license to use it. I legit don't know how to even respond to this. Yeah, we have 20 days left on it. I just submitted the dispute during the 29th episode. So 20 more days and we'll see what happens. Oh, I wasn't even showing it. Yeah, 20 more days. We'll see what happens. I was looking at the preview the whole time. So yeah, this is the claim. So if anyone knows where to find this song so I can even hear if it's similar or not, let me know. So other than weight loss progress, I don't really know what else I was going to talk about. Recently, I was thinking about old YouTube videos that I used to watch when I was growing up. Oh. Apple cinnamon ice cream. Anyway, I was looking at YouTube videos that I used to watch, and I recently remembered this series of Minecraft videos I used to watch. Now, these videos are pretty much gone. I'm trying to find where I found a thread about it. This dude re-uploaded a shitload of the episodes in 2014, and he compiled a playlist of all of them. I'm trying to figure out if someone's re-uploaded all the videos. Wouldn't that be crazy? Looks like this guy re-uploaded a shitload of the videos. What the hell? Alright, so there's a playlist that I follow. See if I can find it. There's these videos called GLGCraft, and it's a YouTube Minecraft Let's Play that I used to watch when I was in middle school. I was like a sixth grader when I watched it, and I used to wait for new episodes to come out, and then suddenly they stopped coming out, and then a few years ago it seems that he wiped all the episodes off of YouTube. He also wiped his whole YouTube channel pretty much. I'm trying to figure out when people noticed. I guess it was a few years ago, which that really sucks, you know. But some guy happened to upload a shitload of the videos in 2014, thus giving us a huge archive of episode 61 all the way to 262, meaning every episode after 262 and before 161 are lost media. That's what this guy considers it lost media, and so do I, honestly. This is the playlist. So yeah, it's 161, and it goes all the way down to 262. I guess there's a bonus video in here. Oh, it's speed art. That's what it is. But yeah, how crazy is this? So this brings me a lot of nostalgia because any Minecraft Let's Play I've done has been based on this series. And one of my favorite outro songs for. Oh God, he's using a Monster Cat song. One of my favorite outro songs for any Minecraft video, or any video in general, has been this series.
Load of discs.
This is what I used to watch.
There's a lot of discs.
So, yeah, here's the ending.
Ingots, which obviously they're important. Have the discs, which are important as well, Ryan.
And then you would go to the next episode, and it would pick up right where it left off. Oh, we don't have 162. Here, let me see if I can find a good example.
What is up, all my
Oh, here's his good intro.
good-looking gamers? XRPMX13, the incredibly good-looking gamer, coming at you with GLGCraft.
So yeah, XRPMX13 made this series, but like anytime you'd watch an episode, it would pick up right where it left off.
Like kind of, meet in the middle.
I like that.
All right, guys. Well, I'll see you next episode of GLGCraft. Make sure to.
Okay, that's not another good example. Sometimes they would, sometimes they wouldn't. But he would play for like hours and just record it. And he would stop the recording, or he would just edit it where he would like stop the video there, start off on the next video. I can't find one in particular, but like it was really good, and it was multiple YouTubers playing. And Ricardo, I believe, doesn't have any videos anymore. XRPMX13 doesn't have any videos anymore. I don't know if the guy that built the Fallen Kingdom castle still has videos. I know I had him on Skype. He like would add a bunch of people on Skype. It was like Dog something, I think. He was a smaller creator. I don't know if any of his videos are still up. From what I've heard, one YouTuber still has videos from this server up. But it's like, I think it was called the Mince Raft server. It's like one of the first SMP servers that I've ever seen. And I thought it was really interesting. This guy was like part of like the main Minecraft community. He was like in Sky Does Minecraft videos. He was in Basherverse videos. He collabed with like Deadlocks, all of them, all the old Minecraft legacy YouTubers he would collab with. I like how I named like 3 of them, and 2 of them are insanely problematic and beyond canceled at this point. Oh, that was good. I just named like the worst bunch. Minus Deadlocks. But yeah, these videos are super nostalgic to me. And so I want to know if there's somewhere on YouTube that still has his videos up, you know. Maybe there's someone who has re-uploaded like a shitload of the old series. I think he's even made a statement that he just wiped the whole series pretty much. Because he was moving on to something. Yeah, 2019 is when he wiped all his videos. Oh, Logos is Ricardo? Damn. Oh yeah, he runs a certain company too. Let me see if it shows it in this article. He runs a well-known company now. Let's see if I can find it. Where's his Instagram? He runs... Yeah, he runs Nude. Like, he literally owns this company. I've gotten ads for them for years. They just sell, like, swimwear and sportswear and, like, you know, just stuff like that. And I've been getting ads for them forever now. And, yeah, I had no idea that it was owned by him. I know it was owned by him because they only follow him. I'm writing down an editor's note to blur something. But yeah, it's really weird that he runs this like well-known clothing company. From what I've seen, other people have ripped the name. Like this guy has a GLGCraft 2.0 crazy craft mod, which like is pretty funny because I'm pretty sure he has nothing to do with that series. But yeah, I thought I would mention it just because I thought it was cool. All right, episode over, I guess. I really didn't have much else to talk about. Nothing's happening. I really don't have much. I mean, I'm building an editing library of all editing assets. When I first started YouTube, I had folders upon folders within each other of like editing assets. So whenever I would go to edit, I would just keep that folder open and drag and drop shit that I needed. And of course, now it's all outdated. Like it's all old, assets. Like I have a bunch of old memes in there and like rage comics. I was, because I was making videos in like 2013 and 14 and 15. So of course at the time it was like, it's so funny to put a rage comic in here. And so the whole library is just outdated shit. Some of it's still salvageable. Some of it's like meme videos that were funny at the time that are not funny anymore. So I'm rebuilding out the library. It's like just a bunch of assets that I use, like music, and I have like banners in there, and I have logos that I use. I don't know if I'm even gonna use it, to be honest. I already know where all the editing assets I use are. This is more of like, I guess, to store all the music that I use, because all the music I use... Ooh, I just hit the mic. All the music I use is like sitting in a general folder just alone, scattered across my hard drive. I guess it's a good thing that I'm gathering it all in one place. But that's the goal of the editing library, is to gather everything into one spot. I don't have to like go on a fucking manhunt for it. But it's really weird how just taking a few years off of doing this, I end up like not having anything to work with. My whole editing library is just not up to date. I'm like missing a bunch of assets. It's kind of insane, actually. It's insane how much work it is to rebuild the library. I was working on it earlier and I got exhausted just from adding a few extra things to the library. Like, dude, I don't know where anything is that I use, because I don't use much. Back then I used to like edit in such an insane way where I'd be like having pictures up on the screen and I'd be doing like all this crazy shit with other assets. Now the most editing I do is this podcast, because I stream. So, I mean, what editing is involved in that, I stream, I do the podcast. The podcast editing is literally adding an outro card and like maybe cutting out stuff that I wrote down that I wanted cut out. And it's adding the logo at the end. And then I render out the audio episode and the video episode, so it's really not a whole lot of editing. So I don't know, I guess it's just a music library at this point. Speaking of music, I released music 9 days ago. I guess 17 days ago, when this podcast eventually comes out. Let me pull it up! I gotta pull it up. Here, it's a good time to plug the website. So, I should do a Spotify embed link. That's the podcast on this website. Anyway, here's the Spotify for me, and let's see. Here it is. I don't know why I'm blanking on it. Here's the... Oh, let me get rid of the couch cam for a quick second. The monkey cam. Here's the release. It's just a bunch of slow and reverb stuff. I think it sounds pretty good. Somebody liked it on YouTube at least. So I think it's pretty cool. And yeah, so it's out now. I guess I'll put another link in the description like I've been doing. It looks like one of them is already on the popular chart. So that's actually pretty nice. Man, 21 minutes in. I'm suffering, dude. I don't know what to talk about. You know? Now I'm just thinking about, I can see the moon. That's pretty cool. I can see the moon from here. A little more than half. If I stare at it long enough, maybe I can see it move. Maybe it'll wink at me. Oh, where is there a version of that picture that's not faded? So, I guess I'll talk about the website. Fuck it! This video is going to be marked as explicit now because I keep swearing. Here's the website. I haven't changed much. It's still... okay, I did change that. I guess I didn't hit publish. Hasn't changed much. This still looks relatively the same. This looks the same. Oh, I have to update this. God damn, I'm lazy. This is different because I added this with an actual link that goes to the YouTube playlist. So, yeah. This is all relatively the same. I just want to plug it. Have I added anything to there? Nope. This page is like dead. I don't ever add anything to this page. I did add a legacy channels tab. This is just like info on all my old YouTube channels. I thought it was pretty neat to add. Some like lore, you know. The about page now has a bug report screen. So if there's anything wrong with the site, for instance, like me not updating the podcast page, then you can report it, I guess. That's the website. I'm done plugging it. I need to find an actual topic. I thought I had something before I got on here. That's the weird part. I thought I had shit to talk about. I swear I did. If it's just like all political, then I don't know. I don't even know what to do with that. I try not to talk about politics on here, just because I don't want to. In a way, I feel like I'm tainting the episode with my political views. But I don't know. Here, let me take a quick pause. All right. I have stuff to talk about. I went to my Twitter bookmarks and remembered shit that I have that I can actually talk about. One of them was this really hilarious fucking video that I saw that I'm going to pull up because it's like one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I found it on my Twitter. And then I have a show I want to talk about. 2 shows. But yeah. So here we go. I just want to play this. This is clearly some early 2021 type shit. And I found this in the comment section of an Onion tweet. And it's one of the funniest fucking things I've ever watched in my life. This is like when they were trying to get people to get vaccinated. And it's so funny. The incentives they were giving.
I got vaccinated. You're saying I could get this? These delicious fries? Wait a minute. But there's also a burger element to this? Let me check with Bill Neathart. Is it too early in the day to eat a burger? No. This can be breakfast? Okay. I want you to look at this and think about, again, some people love hamburgers, some don't. Really want to respect all ways of life. But if this is appealing to you, just think of this when you think of vaccination. Mmm.
Mmm. Mmm. Backs with a side of fries. Dude, it's so good. It's so good.
Vaccination. Mmm. I'm getting a very good feeling.
Vaccination. Now, I will say, so I don't live in New York City, so obviously I didn't get this perk. I got vaccinated. I didn't get shit. All I got was to take a bath and like relax my arm because it was sore after the vaccine. I want a burger and fries, or at the time I did. I could still eat beef back then. Come on.
About vaccination right this moment. I got vaccinated. You're saying I could get this? These delicious fries? Wait a minute. But there's also a burger element to this?
Also, absolute demon for putting the half-eaten fries back into the basket.
You're saying I could get this? These delicious fries? Wait a minute.
Bro, just finish them. Just finish them off. This
But
is
there's
some
also
demon shit.
a burger element to this? Let me check with Bill Neathart. Is it too early in the day to eat a burger? No. This can be breakfast? Okay. I want you to look at this and think about.
Anyway, I just thought that was hilarious. I saw it, I was like, what the fuck is this about? Just some guy from the government eating fries. And I ended up getting a good laugh out of it. It's just such a funny clip. I remember when they were offering incentives in some states for vaccination. It's like, y'all live in the most liberal states in the country. These people did not need any motivation to go get a vaccine. Where's my motivation, damn it? I want a $100 gift card or a burger and fries, at the time at least. Alright, so the other thing I was reminded of, so before I even started recording this, it was something I wanted to talk about, so I don't know how I forgot about it. I've been getting a lot of clips of it because it's been... Also, my eye is so fucking itchy. I've been getting a lot of clips of it because it's the 1-year anniversary of it airing. But Andor is about a year old now. And I watched a clip, and right now Ahsoka's airing, and like Ahsoka's good. As a Star Wars fan, Ahsoka's pretty good. Of course, the Anakin thing is obviously going to sway me closer to thinking it's good. But objectively, it is a good show. And watching that clip from Andor reminded me how much better Andor is. Andor is such a good show. I forgot that Mandalorian Season 3 aired this year. That's how forgettable that season was to me. We got live-action Mandalore, and I forgot. Live-action Mandalore, and I forgot about it. I will never forget Andor. And watching those clips just reminded me of like how good it was. The writing in it is so damn good, dude. Like, so I watched a few clips because now they're showing up on my YouTube homepage. One of the clips was the scene. This is going to get into spoilers, so if you want to watch the show, which I highly recommend, then I would maybe steer away from this part. But I won't get like too spoilery with it. One scene is after a character dies and the medic is tending to the guy, and Kino and Andor are talking to the medic. And the medic says something about a prisoner was released and then immediately brought back released, and then in reality he was just brought back to a different level of the prison. People on that floor found out, and they killed everyone on that floor. So the secret's out that basically they're not going to ever get out of this prison. The prison arc... Oh, the moon is moving. Damn. The prison arc is probably the best arc in the show. It's probably one of the best arcs in Star Wars. It's amazing. It's just this amazing 4-episode arc. I need to rewatch the whole show. It'll become the first Star Wars show that I've like fully rewatched without skipping any episodes. Actually, I take that back. I might skip the first couple episodes because I don't need the establishing episodes, but like from episode 3 onward, oh my god, dude. Also, I think the arc is actually 3 episodes, not 4. If I said there were 4, I don't know if I just said that out my head. But it's a 3-episode arc. Each arc is 3 episodes, so there's 4 of them. It's so good. The writing is amazing. Because then after that, I got suggested the clip of Luthen's speech. And, like, you know, his "What If I Sacrifice" speech. Then I got, what's her name? It's Andor's mom. We got her speech on the hologram. Rewatching that was perfect. Rewatching that clip reminded me of how brutal the action is in that show. People get violently assaulted. Like, they get the shit beat out of them in that show. It's brutal, dude. When the main guy sees the Imperial put the thing over the droid, and then he walks up and just like kicks him right in the chest. Oh my god. I'm going to show that actually in the briefest sense so I don't get a copyright claim. Marva Andor's speech. Let me mute it so I don't get copyrighted. And then I will cut to it in a second. And yeah, so the Imperial like goes to cover up the droid. Then she says fight, and this guy runs up and just boom elbows this dude, and then just smacks this guy with a brick. Dude. And then this shot. This show is so good. It's so good. I will never believe the people that did not like that show. And now the unfortunate part is that because of the writer's strike and actor strike, which, you know, we support it, but like this is the part of the strike that makes people sad because, and this will also motivate studios to like get their shit together. Andor season 2 is now on hold because they can't do anything else. They can't shoot, even if the actors weren't on strike, they can't shoot because the writers are on strike. So the show is just being delayed now, which sucks. Season 2 is supposed to be like the finale of the show, because then it leads into Rogue One. And that sucks because by now, they were supposed to be like wrapping production, in post-production, wrapping that up, and we were supposed to get the show probably around spring of 2024. And now it's going to be this time next year, more than likely, that we get the show. It sucks, dude. But yeah, season 1 is so good. I believe the show starts with him on Ferrix, with the corporate security officers versus Ferrix, and then the second arc is the Aldhani bank heist, and then the third arc is the prison arc, and then which has one of the best post-credit scenes of all time, one of the best reveals, and then the fourth arc is like Ferrix rebelling against the Empire. Finally, it's kind of the beginnings of the rebellion being mostly formed in those outer planets, and the Empire is trying to close in on them, and they fail spectacularly. The whole show is great. I believe the second season is supposed to be a time-skipping season, so like this season the first season takes place over the course of about 6 months, I believe. 6 months to a year. I don't remember. Let me look it up. The Andor season 1 timeline across a single year in the Star Wars timeline. Okay, so it takes place throughout the entirety of 5 BBY. And yeah, from what I know now, season 2 is supposed to be from 4 BBY to 1 BBY, which will then lead into Rogue One, because Rogue One occurs in 0 BBY, due to it being literally days before the Battle of Yavin. So Yeah, so season 2 will be like time skipping. So I guess it would be like every 3 episodes would be a new year. So I'm curious on how that's going to go. Season 1 feels very efficient. From what I've heard, there are like little to no deleted scenes because this particular director does not waste money at all. So I would assume season 2 would be, you know, the same, I guess. So, I hope it's going to be good. I hope they don't mess it up. Ahsoka so far is also really good. I guess I'll give a review of Ahsoka without. I guess I've already kind of spoiled it because I already said Anakin is in it. But people knew Anakin was going to be in it. Ahsoka's really good so far. Episode 6 is the latest episode, so there's 2 more after this. There's one that comes out in 2 days, for me at least. It's in 2 days. And then by the time this episode comes out, I guess a couple days or like a day after this episode comes out is when the finale airs. So I guess I'll give a more detailed review in the next episode of this podcast. But so far it's really good. Episode 1 was fine. It's just an establishing episode. Episode 2 is also fine. Same thing, establishing episode. They released at the same time for a reason. Episode 3 was an episode that I can barely remember. I guess episode 3 was the trip to the hyperspace ring. And it's when they raided that hyperdrive factory with the guy from... I have something to say about the actor who plays the guy who runs the factory who gets arrested. I have something to say about that guy that I found really funny. That if you watch a particularly old Doctor show, you'll recognize the dude because it's really funny if you recognize him. And the similarities between his character in the show and his character in Ahsoka. So episode 4. The third episode is also pretty good. It's okay. They're all like the first 3 episodes are all kind of average Star Wars episodes, which isn't too far off of what Rebels was. Episode 4 is reaching into Clone Wars level quality. I thought it was really good. It's the one where they go to that planet and they, Ahsoka fights Balin's skull and also kills another character. I guess I won't name him. And then Sabine fights Shin Hati. And then she, does her thing. Episode 4 is really, really good. It's like Clone Wars level quality. Episode 5 is also Clone Wars level quality. Sort of. I feel like the beginning was really good. The first half was really good. The World Between Worlds scene, if that's even where they were, I guess they were there. Where she's being trained by Anakin, who I believe was real, by the way. I said in my live stream I thought he was going to be a Force ghost or some kind of like illusion. But now that I've really thought about it, I think he is an actual Force ghost in that, since Kanan's son Jason could hear it occurring. That would indicate to me that it's through the Force. So it's not in Ahsoka's head. It's genuinely happening in that dimension from a Force ghost Anakin. And this Force ghost can just alter his appearance and interact with her in that particular dimension. I guess the Force would be stronger in that particular world. The second half of the episode is when she's reborn again. I assume that's possible because she's got the soul of the daughter in her. So she's reborn and then they get in the hyperspace whales and take off. The second half is kind of a drag. The second half, because when the Anakin stuff ended, I was freaking out. I was like, oh shit, we're going to get another 20 minutes of episode. And then it was just 20 minutes of kind of dragging along. We don't cut to Balin or the Night Sister at all inside the hyperspace ring. We just stick to Ahsoka and Hera. And it just kind of drags along. drags along for 20 minutes, and then they take off in the space whale, and then it ends. I thought it was kind of dipping into that average territory that 1 through 3 had. So the 5th episode's kind of a mixed bag. The first half is like the best Clone Wars episode you've ever seen. The second half is like a pretty good filler episode of the Clone Wars. You know, they're not really on the same level, so the episode is kind of diminished by that second half for me. The 6th episode is pretty decent. It's better than 1 through 3. It's not as good as 4 and 5, because I think it also has that same problem of dragging. There's not much going on. Seeing Thrawn's really cool. Seeing Ezra's really neat. But I feel like the Ezra reveal is kind of the weight of it wasn't really there. The episode was already like ending by that point. What the hell? The episode was already pretty much ending by that point, so you kind of knew not much was even going to happen at that rate. She kind of puts around how she got there. I hope they don't do it behind the scenes. I hope they stick to showing her explaining to Ezra what has happened and how she got there. Think about it. He has no idea the Empire has collapsed. He doesn't know what the New Republic is. He doesn't know that Darth Vader is dead. He doesn't know any of this. So now, you know, I want to see her explain this to him. I want to see her talk about the 2 Death Stars. I want to see his reaction to knowing how she got there, her betraying Ahsoka pretty much, and selfishly tagging along and giving the enemy what they wanted. I want to see all that, and I hope it doesn't just start the episode where like, so that's how we won, huh? But sadly, I can guarantee that's how it's going to start. That's probably how the episode's going to start. If they want to give us what we want, they're going to do what I want them to do, which is what most people want them to do. We want a reaction. But if they start off the episode with like, so that's how we won, huh? Sounds kind of crazy. Sounds like a crazy 10 years. I'm going to be like mildly aggravated. But overall the episode's fine. I feel like the Sabine tracking through the desert was kind of stupid, just because her getting to him that fast makes it seem like he, like, on this gigantic fucking planet for the last 10 years, you're telling me Ezra has migrated with these people in the same general area within about, what, like 10 miles of Thrawn's, like, hideout, pretty much. This Night Sister pillar is like maybe 10 to 15 miles away from where Ezra has been migrating this whole time. There's like a 10 to 12 year time span between Ahsoka and the ending of Rebels. You know, when Rebels ends, I think it's like 1 or 2 BBY, and God, I'm like fighting back sneezing so bad. And Ahsoka and the Mandalorian and all this starts in 9 ABY, and I believe it's probably about 10 ABY at this point, maybe even 11. So it's been a long time. You know, how has he gone this long without Thrawn just seeking him out and killing him at this rate? That's the only thing that really bothered me, is it felt like it was too sudden that she found him. Like, how is he that close that you're able to, like, pretty much walk on foot for most of it and reach him within the day? I also think Shin is going to turn on Balin and probably kill him. It seems like she's a bit more hopeful for the Jedi Order to reemerge, and he's kind of being, like, incredibly cynical about it. The Thrawn stuff is cool. I like how Enoch looks. Ugh. I'm gonna have to like take a Benadryl. Ooh. One cool thing is that one of my favorite biblical stories. I'm agnostic, by the way, so. Sorry. I'm agnostic, by the way, so I don't follow any of these, but one of my favorite biblical stories that I've been fascinated with is a book from the Apocryphy called the Book of Enoch. And he's mentioned in Genesis and whatnot. He's mentioned in the Bible as this figure that God basically came and took from the earth and brought him to heaven. And, you know, he's like one of the few figures in the Bible who didn't die to enter heaven. God just chose him and brought him there. And it's very implied that Enoch is like hundreds of years old. In the Book of Enoch... Fuck, dude. I'm gonna have to like pop a Benadryl. The Book of Enoch is basically this story about these creatures called the nymphs, I think, and that might not be what they're called, but the Nephilim, maybe. Actually, that might be the name of an angel. I don't remember. It's just like species of giants that were spawned because angels were coming to Earth. Fallen angels were coming. I guess they were fallen. I don't know. Angels were coming to Earth, and man was mating with them and created these giant-like creatures. And Enoch is like one of the like biblical figures in the book. And it's supposed to be like Noah's flood. He basically comes to Earth to warn Noah that there is a flood coming. So the Book of Enoch directly leads into the story of Noah's Ark, because Noah's Ark is the result of this event where God is punishing man for violating his angels. Which would explain why there's no giants on Earth after the Noah's Ark story. Because he flooded the earth and killed all of them. So I thought it was cool that they named him Enoch, and I guess there's like a little bit of connection between Enoch and the biblical figure Enoch. I know that Ryan from Screen Crush mentioned it, because I was like, oh shit, you know, when they named the character Enoch, I was like, oh sick, you know, he has a cool helmet. He's named after one of my favorite Bible stories that's like kind of cast out from the Bible. It's an apocryphal text that only the Church of Ethiopia follows. So I thought that was really neat that they did that. And then when Ryan mentioned that the name lines up directly with that character and that the story might even have a connection to it, I was like, oh shit, you know. I guess in a way it's like Thrawn's exile is connected to that somehow. I don't know. I want to own a copy of the Book of Enoch, but I've read the Book of Enoch, and from what I can remember, that's like a Cliff Notes version of the story. So I'm waiting to see how it connects, if there's a real reason why they named this character Enoch. You can tell this is a Dave Filoni show because of the fact that, you know, well, one, Ahsoka's like his favorite character. He created her. This is like his baby. And he loves Plo Koon. So, of course, Plo Koon's heavily connected to Ahsoka. But you tell it's Dave Filoni because of all the names of the characters. Somebody was like, what other Star Wars show lately has had a character named like Baylan Skull and Shin Hati and Enoch? Like all these characters with these sick-ass like Star Wars sounding names. Very George Lucas sounding names. And I think the only other name I've heard lately that sounds like that is Luthen Rael. I think that's how you say his last name. The rebel leader guy from Andor. So I think it's kind of neat that they're giving these characters really unique names that sound very Star Warsy. It does feel like they've kind of lacked in the department of like Star Wars names, you know, or like really Star Wars sounding names. Seems like they've been really lacking on that. What are some characters recently? Mayfield, like that's not a very Star Wars name. What's the Mandalorian's name again? Din Djarin. I guess that's sort of a Star Warsy name. Imagine my surprise when Din is his last name. That's crazy shit. Din Djarin, Din being his last name. Like, what the fuck is that? Because they named Grogu Din Grogu, which, like, what? What the fuck are we doing? I guess because Din Djarin's named by Dave Filoni, that makes more sense. But there are some characters in The Mandalorian that have some, like, whack-ass names. But yeah, the show's pretty good. I mean, overall so far, just from the 6 episodes, I'd say it's, like, kind of ranged. It's like a 6 to 8 out of 10. Like, it's kind of in that range. Some episodes are better than others. First 3 episodes and the 6th episode are Rebels level quality. They're just kind of average Star Wars. 4 and 5 are more Clone Wars level Star Wars, I feel like. So, like, really good. Better than average. With 5 being kind of a mixed bag. So overall, I'd give the show like a 6 to 8 out of 10 so far. I would say once the show is done airing, I would hope the score will go up. I don't know. I can't tell if the show is going to end or if the show's going to have a second season, you know? It feels like with Thrawn just now being introduced, it would feel like the show is going to continue unless they're saving his story for a movie. I have no idea. But I like the show so far. So that's all I have to really say about it. Oh, and Andor's a 10 out of 10. I fucking love that show. There's not a single bad episode in that whole fucking show. No one can convince me otherwise. That show's so fucking good, dude. That show's so good. Also, so to end it off, I'm going to plug the Patreon because I might do a bonus like clip where I talk about music that I like and play snippets of it, and obviously I can't do that on YouTube. So ad? There's an ad playing behind me. I'm going to do an episode where not an episode, I'm going to do like a short kind of episode where I show off some music that I like. So that'll be on the Patreon as like a bonus clip. It'll probably come out before this, you know what I mean? Start selling digital products. Yo, Spotify's letting me sell shit? Awesome. I don't have anything to sell. So yeah, go follow the Patreon. It's patreon.com/forbiddenlandpod. It'll be in the description. When you join the Patreon, you get audio versions of all the episodes. You also support me to be able to buy new equipment and everything. The Secret Operative tier gets a 7-day free trial. Same with the other tiers above that, except for Medic. Medic is just a support tier. It gets the same perks as everything else. But yeah, you get Discord access. You get a Discord role. You get access to a Patreon exclusive chat. So yeah, you can also just join the Discord if you want. But if you want that Patreon exclusive role, then you can join it to the Patreon and connect your Patreon to your Discord account. So yeah, audio episodes, bonus content that I just talked about, Discord. That's what you get when you subscribe to it. And yeah, the Discord link will be in the description. The Discord link is also on the website if you want to go check out the website. And all right, that'll be pretty much the whole episode. I didn't make it to a full hour, but I made it far enough. I'm getting allergies now. I have to go pop a Benadryl, popping pills, and then I'm going to edit this, and I'll probably also do the audio episode. You'll be able to tell if I did it right after this, because I'm going to sound just like this. I'm going to sound weathered. So, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed listening. And yeah, I'll be back next week, probably, I hope, for episode 32. All right. Bye-bye.